Welcome back to It's a Vase Productions. Today, doing another George Carlin reaction video based on your suggestions. Keep them coming in the comments below. Today, we're looking at George Carlin Rules. Now, if this is the wrong video and you wanted me to react to something else, the only information you gave me was George Carlin Rules. And so when I searched that, I found this video and a bunch of people going, George Carlin Rules! And I figured you were actually looking for me to react to this video, but if it's a different video, feel free to let me know in the comments and maybe send me a link. But this is what I got for today, George Carlin Rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for George.
It's time for George. Oh, wow.
Hiya. Thank you all. How you doing? One of the things that kids have to put up with is rules. They're not as bad as laws because they don't really throw you in the slammer on rules, and they're not always written down somewhere. They're just rules. I was never very good at them. Well, I was good at breaking them. But outside of that, I wasn't too good with rules. I just didn't think they all made sense. Some of them seemed awfully dumb to me, rather arbitrary rules. Some of them are good. There were some good rules, no question. No running with the scissors. That was one I never disobeyed. Made sense to me. This will go right through me. What are you doing? I'm not running with the scissors. I was always sure of that. Another smart, good rule, I thought, was no sticking your head out of the high-speed railroad train window. Hey, Dad, good rule. Doesn't want us to get our heads cut off.
You learn pretty
quick. But they weren't all that
quick.
good. Some of them were kind of dopey. Things like no singing at the table. What? No singing at the table. Why? One guy with a bad voice screwed it up for everybody else 100 years ago? No singing at the table. Why not? 'Cause I said so.
Oh.
That was always a sign of a dumb rule. Because I said so. You could scream your head off at the table. That wasn't mentioned. Not in the rule. You could stand right near the table all during dinner and sing your head off. I'm standing near the table during dinner and I'm singing, and it isn't even covered by your roof. Sit down, you. That was your middle name, you. Another form of torture kids had to put up with verbal cliches, lazy language on their parents' part. Parents have a way of saying the same thing the same way all the time. Well, I guess if you're going to have to tell somebody something 1,800 times a day, no sense in trying to involve your imagination in it. Say it over and over. Get down off there! You want to break your neck? Get down! You'll break your neck! You'll break his neck up the tip here. Come over here. I'll break your neck if I see you up there. And pick up these toys. I nearly broke my neck coming in. That was the only injury I ever heard about. It's the only injury they ever mentioned. The worst one, broken neck. They never mentioned anything you might get. Get down off there, you'll sprain that ankle. Broken neck. And we never had them in my neighborhood. I never saw one. They just didn't happen. I wondered what they looked like, man. I wondered, where do you put the sling? That's right. I couldn't figure it out. You got to hold it yourself. I broke my neck. Would you hold this for a minute? Thanks, man. Okay, I'll see. The only other injury there ever was, the only injury besides that was a delightful little thing called putting someone's eye out. Put that stick away. Put that stick down. You want to put somebody's eye out? But we had answers for the cliches. We kids, we had answers for them. We didn't get to deliver them. Well, no sense getting beat up 14 times a day. We had answers for every cliche they had. Didn't matter what it was. Don't you understand English? Not fully, no. many times do I have to tell you? 6. Oh, Ma, I thought you were looking for information. Don't talk back to me. Huh? You're teaching me a language, aren't you? You're telling me no more practicing? You just wait until your father gets home. Oh, great. That dude never comes home. Thanks, man. And then they would tell you to go to your room, as though it were a negative experience. But why did they give you the room in the first place, if it's such a bad spot? Go to your room! Hey, that's where all my stuff is!
That's where all my stuff is! Hey, that's where all my stuff is. You gotta find a place for all of your stuff. That's another great one. Great George Carlin video is Stuff. But this one was pretty fun too. Rules. When you're a kid, you got all these rules. Not as bad as laws. Not as bad as laws. They won't put you in the slammer for breaking some rules. Rules aren't really written down anywhere. They're just rules. I love how he's like, kids don't even get that. That was one of the, you gotta break your neck. That was the only injury I ever heard about, breaking your neck. Never got to see it. And that's exactly, as a kid, you don't have the frame of reference to understand how bad a broken neck really is. Well, you've seen a broken arm, and that's just an arm. Couldn't use his arm. What if you got a broken neck? What's wrong with him? Oh, he's got a broken neck. But in reality, it usually kills you. To break your neck means death. What she was saying is, get down off there. You're gonna die. But you didn't want to say that because I don't know why, but get down off there. You're gonna break your neck. I think you should just tell the kids, get down off there. You're gonna die. But that's how you end up with kids with anxiety issues, you know? Oh my gosh, what are you doing standing on that chair? You're gonna die. I've stood on chairs all my life. I fell off once. I hurt my arm. That was okay. My mother always told me, stand on top of a chair, you're gonna die. Not you're gonna break your neck, you're gonna die. Kids just don't have the frame of reference to understand that sort of thing. Thank goodness. If they did, they wouldn't be kids. They'd be terrifying, tiny people. And before that gets out of hand, I'll say keep those suggestions coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.